Is his face itch too? Is his face itch?
Alert on. You'll see different alerts from different dogs. This particular dog will try to kind of mark at it. You're going to see different ones with different ways. You catch the behavior that the dog is on the odor. We're going to do two different things. This dog's going to shoot the section and then go right to the next dog. You only have about one dog and 5 dogs. The classes start at age if anybody's interested. And age dog, this is really good for the dogs that need something. What dog doesn't like using their nose? Usually we're telling them no, leave it. Now we're going, good dog, and we're paying for it. Okay? So they love it. Yeah. There's our container search. We have one container.
That's a good show. Like, it's always a game where you never know if it's going to be raining or if it's but it's one of my top 3.
And it does have the birch odor in it.
That's a top 5.
So each person's going to search the containers. Interior search.
I did the little
Chairs. 3 chairs have odor. In our real trial, we would have similar, but we would have additionally exterior. We would have buried, which is water and sand. And in some places, it would be a vehicle on the outside. Right now. Just now. Well, I'm starting to suffer. Oh, it's on the side, one on the 30, one here, and then 2 over there. Yeah. All right, so we have several different search types to do, and many levels. In the first level in a trial, which we go to different schools, offices, and do these competitions all across the United States, and you get ribbons and titles.
So there,
It's fun to get all these ribbons.
there's a big one.
Things that have gotten ribbons. But all the levels, you start with novice, which is looking for one, and detective, which is your top. You can find up to 10 hives at one time across a couple areas, and you don't find how many. And you only get 7 or 8 minutes or so. So it's a lot of fun. It gets very challenging. All right. So the dog knows they're not going to be working. I switch from the collar to the harness. This dog doesn't necessarily need this because it's a very advanced dog, but I do encourage this. See that check? Yes. So you get that, we call it a head check. He went to go yes and went, whoa, what was that? And he threw his head back. And then he put his nose to it to say that. Now, he's jumping up and down and he wants to talk, but he's not going to get it yet because I'm trying to put detective on. So we're going to do the rest of this. Now, it's up to the handler. Normally the judge will say, can you do it off leash or not? I'm a judge, so I'm saying, well, yeah, off leash and he'll say, so I'm ready to do that. Okay.
Yes, all the L's are an L. What's your last?
Okay, so he's reaching under there. Let's tell him. So what he did was called bragging. He wanted to eliminate what he thought it was pulling. Search. One more.
Did you want to do
Yes.
that? No, okay. So
One more.
2650 times.
One more. Searching. You got that one.
Do you want to mirror back in this?
One more. Searching. Let's go. Got that one.
So I've gone to the one loaded because I live right there. But as my girls were little and they're 31, 34 now, so
Yes.
they're going
Good
to
job. So, Flushner with Wyatt. I wasn't using last name, just. Yes. Thank you for doing that. So, in a real trial, you would yell alert to question, am I on the right one? And the judge has to say, hopefully yes. If the judge says no, that's considered a fault, and you actually can NQ with it. So they do need to say alert first, and I love the fact that she did that right away. Yes. Here. Yes. Notice her head snap? Right away. Yes. So learn to read the body language to help us read the dog. That's the one. I'm making it as quick as you want. We're used to working with 4 5. Even though they're not, I'm going to allow them. You're looking for 3 eyes.
Do you want me to watch that for you?
Yeah, you can put him up for me. Take his harness off too, please.
Yes.
You're fine, bud.
Demonstrations in a minute here. We're going to start off with trick dog demonstration, followed by agility. So if you want to have a seat, it'll be a little bit, give you a little rest, then you go out and do some more shopping. All right, so we're going to have, hear me, Lauren Etterwood Scout, who's going to demonstrate trick dog.
Foot touch. Down. Finish. Spin left. He knows that's the next one. Cha-cha. Around.
Sit. Around. Good job.
Figure 8 jumps.
Left. Come here, bud. Right. Good boy. Left. Good boy. Right. Good job, buddy. Yay.
Leg weave.
Sit. Good boy.
Jump through hoop. Orbit.
On your boat. Ready? Orbit. 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 Other way. Good boy. Good job. Come on.
Jump over arms.
Sit. Let's go. Over.
Speak.
Speak. Speak.
Jump over back.
All right, come on. Let's use it. Come here. Ready? Stay.
Left paw, right paw.
Get off of that. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
High five.
High five. High five. Good boy.
Back up.
Good boy. Good job.
Sit pretty.
Come here. Good job.
Take a bow.
Ready? Stand. Bow. Stay. Good boy. Good job.
Very nice. Start up in March. There's also home obedience and scent work that starts in January. So make sure to pick up a flyer out on the table there or check their website for more information. So to explain a little bit about agility. It started back in 1978, not that you're worried about that part of it, but since then there's been a lot of organizations that have started and they're all using very similar equipment. Always training, no matter what. She hears me talking, she doesn't know if I'm talking to her, so that's part of the problem here. So with that, there's been a lot of different types of equipment, and some of the equipment's been eliminated for safety reasons. I'm going to explain a little bit about the equipment so you understand what is needed.
Am I better without this?
This is not working real well, is it?
Yeah, it was to me too. I'm gonna try. You tell me if you can't hear, give me a signal if you need me to project my voice more. I might lose it for the afternoon, but we'll see where it goes. Down. I know I looked at you. All right, so just to start out with, agility is done with dogs competing against similar heights. In order to figure out the correct height, the organization would measure from the withers of the shoulders of the dog to come up with the height of the dog, and then they're put into a jumping category. If the dog meets a lower jumping category for either the type of dog, the build of the dog, the age of the dog, they can go down one height, and it's sometimes called preferred senior in some organizations, various different types. So with that being said, we have very low jumps today because this is a carpet. This is not meant for agility, so it's not a real safe surface. So we've put it down to only 12 inches for all our big dogs that are even used to 20. All right. But this is just a demonstration. I want you to see how things work. It's a lot of fun. Dogs enjoy it. They go crazy for it. So to start out by explaining a little bit about this, a judge would set up a course, and you can see numbers by various different items. The handler walks the course first, finds out what the course is. They work out their handling, which means sometimes they might have to put some crosses in there, like a front cross, rear cross. And you're not here to learn all that, but I just want you to understand it's not so easy, it's just point. All right? There's a lot to it. And especially most of the dogs are actually reading the body language. And just the move of a foot, did you see that? She popped up. That means we're going to do something, all right? So you have to watch where you point your feet, your chest, everything. So let's start out with a little bit more fun things, because she's obviously ready. I have to explain. So we're going to demonstrate the teeter on it. I didn't know if the word was going to trigger it. But if you'll notice now, you have to, on the other end can't see so much, but there's yellow on each end of the teeter. That is a safety. So if the dog does not get a paw in the yellow and goes, what is it called, a fly off, they get an NQ, non-qualifying score, because that is for safety reasons. We need them to take it on down and touch the ground before they exit. So they gotta touch the yellow and it has to hit the ground before they exit. So you'll see a lot of people might teach, what I'll show you is a 2-on, 2-off, so that we, with the really fast dogs, can get them to do it. Teeter. So this is considered a 2-on, 2-off. They don't have to do this, but this is one of the things most commonly used in agility. Take it. We are not doing the course right now. Down. Stay. You can see she's very eager. So the table, the judge is going to do a 5-count. And I will do this with the students. Hopefully I remember. No, I'm talking down, stay. So it's going to be a 5-count and then the word go, which I'm trying to say very differently. And the dog is not to go on the, you can come on in, there's some chairs if you want to sit inside. You want the dog to go on the handler's go, not the judge's go. So we try to enforce that. A few more items on here. That big dog walk in the back, it's 12 feet up, 12 feet across, and 12 feet down. It also has the yellow. When the dog is descending, they must get a foot in the yellow. The upside is not needed. The tire at that end, if anybody breaks it open, which I usually demonstrate, but we'll just, it's got magnets. So for safety reasons, it'll open and reclose. Down, down, all the way. This is a 11-year-old rescue border collie. She actually has a BB and a pellet in her hip, but the vet said she's fine. She doesn't show any weakness for it. And she's from Paducah, Kentucky. She was going to be shot, and I rescued her out from there. Stay. And she's been a great dog, but she is 11 years old, so she's getting towards the end of this, and you can see the drive is still there. Behind me is a double jump that has 2 bars, the same height. Then there's also a triple, which we did not bring, and also an A-frame I did not bring because it's very heavy and big. And the A-frame, as you know, we speak of the shape of it, I really don't need this up here anymore, is going to be 9 feet up, 9 feet back down, with a top height of 5'6" for big dogs and 5 foot for the smaller dogs. That you'll see sometimes with the police work in that, where they're running up and down, and that's the same thing we have with that. Stay there just a minute, no buzz up. Then the last thing they're going to explain is the weaves behind me. We have 12 weave poles. On the beginner dogs, novice dogs, they only have to do 6. But everything above that is 12. The dog must enter with the left shoulder between the first one and the second one, which means right through here, if we were going that way. On the other side, and I'm going to demonstrate this with her in just a moment, you stay there. You're going to have to go all the way around and then go in through here. Come. Now you can demonstrate. So I'm going to show you wrapping this. She is a very barking thing, so excuse it, but so watch how she wraps this. I'm going to try and be out of your blocking vision. Jump, please. Actually, run across the course. All right. Very good. Lie down. Lie down. And then we have some the students. Everybody here has taken classes through John A. So this is really nice to be able to demonstrate and let them show some of what they've accomplished. Some are at different levels. I am going to demonstrate with her distance handling, which takes a very advanced handling, and I work a lot of verbal, meaning I'm going to tell the dog what to do, where to go, without having to move directly in there. Most people run with their dog, but I'm getting older, find an easier way around it. And but my second dog, I'll have one of my students who's going to run it, and you can see how that goes. I'm going to get her lined up. Let me get her over. Wait. Stay. Stay. Walk it. Go. Leave. Go. Out. Tunnel. There. Jump. Go. Back. Tighter. Peter. Back. Table. Ah, that's not it. Table. Yes. She's in a hurry. Down. So, this is a good example. They go for the tunnel. They love tunnels. We call it an agility tunnel sucked because they just go in there so easily because they love it. And she did the same thing with it, so it's a good place to explain. No. Table. Table. Little show off. Table. Stay there. Tunnel. Go. Hit. Go. All right, good girl. All right, so that's going to start off with the rest of the people. This was Annie. Yeah, let me get that. You want to take it off? They probably agility all day. Spot it. Here. Leave. Over. Tunnel. Out. Teeter. Dig in. So we prefer him to stay on the end. Peter. He's a nice dig in. Table.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Weave.
And this end, that's considered a power entry because they're going so fast. They have to learn to reflect in an entry. Not always an easy thing. Okay, good job. That was it there.
Weave. You're not going to do it. All right, going out the tunnel. Oh, you're silly. Over. Higher. Thank you. Stick. Table.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
No.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and this is just extra credit. We didn't really have that much of it.
Ready. Lead. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Uh-oh. Keep going. Yes, yes. Okay. Jump. Hey, break. Jump. Tunnel. Tunnel. You're not used to all that body, are you? Right here, right here. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Here. Wrong way. Jump. Cheater. Good boy. Stick. Table. Table. Hey. Table. Stay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Tunnel here. Lead.
Good job. And I should have mentioned that's an Australian Shepherd. So we got a few different breeds. And what do Jennifer was at run down and run down. Now she's going to run from Wyatt. I just want to say this is Lauren, the scout, as you've seen earlier. She's our junior handler. I'm just throwing her in. Now you gotta go.
There.
And this is a very novice dog.
Where'd you go?
Sometimes it's hard to keep track of the little ones. Little Cardi here had a little scare yesterday, so we're gonna poke around the cedar. This is very good. Good job. She got a little afraid yesterday, and so we're reworking that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yay, good job. So